Hi everyone, my name is Steph, this is Kidlit Joy and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here to review Little Bones by Sandy Bigna, which is a really gorgeous middle fiction verse novel. You guys know how much I adore a verse novel. Like, it's just one of my all-time favorite things. And this one, I can't remember where I saw the recommendation for it, but it was blurbed by Zana Fralin, and that is an automatic buy for me. Like, if Zana Fralin recommends it, I'm going to read it. And so Zana Fralin said that it is a heartwarming and brilliantly original tale of family and friendship. And this book is gorgeous. It will tug at your heartstrings. I'm going to read you the blurb of the book before I explain it. So it says, did you know that if you wish aloud for something in the stealthy shadows of your bedroom, if you whisper the words, soft as the brush of a moth's wing, if you feel the words rush through your blood, your wish might come true. Since the accident, 11-year-old Bones spends her time drawing animal skeletons and scavenging for dead things to add to her collection. She's drifted away from her friends and doesn't want to make new ones. One night, Bones wishes on a full moon and unintentionally resurrects the skeleton of a baby bird. Bird wants to return to his natural dead state, so Bones agrees to reverse the curse. Not that she knows how. As she and Bird work out the secrets of the magic, Bones remembers what it's like to have a friend. How can she let Bird go when she doesn't want to say goodbye? We learn in the story that Bones, who is 11 years old, lost her brother to an accident. He was killed and she has not been back to the place where he died, and that is something that's deeply traumatic for her. Her mother is also grieving and has left Bones with her own mother, so Bones' grandmother, while she has gone off to work somewhere else, one, so that they can have money, but also because she needs time and space to heal and to grieve. Bones is still trying to understand why her mother had to leave. Interestingly enough, I think towards the end of the book, Bones does come to realize just how much her grandmother is grieving as well. And so there's that interesting contrast of how everyone deals with grief and tragedy in their own way, and how children don't always recognize that in the adults around them because the adults are trying to protect them and trying to be strong for them. But she does have that realization, which I think is really important. So in this story, Bones has become estranged from one of her good friends. She's become fascinated with dead things, beetles and bones and things like that. And she collects them, and one day she finds the bones of this baby bird. And so she takes it home, and she doesn't mean to resurrect the bird, but she does. And now the bird is able to talk. They're trying to figure out how to return Bird to the dead state. And alongside this, a new family moves into the apartment where Bones is living with her grandmother. And there is a child around Bones' age called Tenny. They use they, them pronouns, and they are very intrigued by Bones to the point of following them and realizing that they're interested in some strange things. And then Tenny sees Bird, and Bird is talking, and Bird is a skeleton. And so suddenly Tenny is very interested. And the three of them work together to try and figure out how to end this curse on Bird. And that involves investigating the places where Bones' brother used to frequent, because they realize that Bones has done some moon magic, and her brother was very invested in bone magic and had once borrowed out a book from the library all about it. And so they think that this book is where they're going to find the answer. And that forces Bones to confront the death of her brother. And this book will tug at your heartstrings. It was poignant and beautiful and shows how slowly friendship can build, how trust is built, but also how when you are scared and you are afraid, you don't want to let go of the things that you think you need to hold on to. And the connection between Bird and her brother's death, oh my gosh. By the time I got to that at the end of the book, I was just beside myself. This is easily one of the best middle fiction books that I have read this year. I think it's right up there with Willow Dean and The Lost Library as two books, period, that I've read this year that I've just absolutely adored. And I'm so glad that I stumbled across this and that I read it. Just be in the right headspace if you were planning on picking it up. So yes, highly recommend this one. If you haven't seen it or you haven't picked it up or heard of it, even just read a sample of it to see if you'd be interested, because it was fantastic. I will leave links to the book and the author down below, so if you want to find out more information, you can. Otherwise, feel free to let me know if you've read the book, or if you're planning on picking it up, or if you've read something similar, or you just have a favorite verse novel. Feel free to recommend that down below. Otherwise, feel free to leave a moon emoji to let me know that you're here. I hope that wherever you're on the world, you're staying safe and healthy, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye everyone.